Oh man, you just get a drink and it's freezing cold. Anyway, turn that radio off, James. We just received a text from a client. Can we go into home base and pick a lampshade up? So that's what we're going to go and do now. Which one of these looks like a 95-year-old man's lampshade, James? Take a good pick, mate. That one?
Pink one, yeah?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Not that one? Yeah, one of these. Look. That'll do, innit? Yeah. Oh, that's horrible. What, that silvery colour? Just want something cheap, don't we? Nice and cheap. We have made a selection. We've got this silk shade dove grey. That'll do. Beautiful. Let's make sure. Oh, it's locked, James. Put it in the box, James, nice and safely. There we go. That's going to take you, what, half an hour to put up?
An hour.
An hour, top man. Has Dave been back? Don't tell anyone, but the secret key is under the rock, James, yeah? Don't show anyone that, please. There's a cabinet, James.
Here.
It's here. Great. Right. Come in, mate. Well, this is the job that we was coming to do today. It was only a couple of hours. Now we've got to do, well, we're going to be here all day, really. So we'll show you around what we got to do quickly. Don't want to bore you too much, yeah? Client brought us some bits in so we can eat them, James, in a minute. Get the iPad on. So, first thing, mate, change those lamps up there, look. So at the minute, they've got some horrible Mega Man lamps. We're going to change these for LEDs, okay? Next, in here, we need to get some sort of filter paper for this fan. We've got to do a full EICR on here. That wall light goes, because the 95-year-old gentleman's moved in here and we got to sort of future-proof it for him, yeah? That dimmer switch goes, because at the minute, as you can see, that's going to really bug him. That is flickering, okay? That isn't the camera, that is actually flickering, look, okay? So we're just going to do away with the dimmer switch. He's just going to have it on and off. That light doesn't work, we've got to put a new lamp in it. That light's pants, so we've just bought a new uplighter, and for some reason I think this is fed off the socket circuit. We're going to put an extra long flex on that with a shade. That's the extra special shade we've just bought. And this is where it gets interesting. The builder knocked a doorway, wow, he's filled a doorway in here, okay? Created a new ensuite here, okay? He's done a nice job, Dave, he does a nice job. So, pull cord is obviously ended up in the shower. So what we're going to do, remove that, put a new bulkhead up here, fit a kinetic receiver in here, and put a new kinetic switch out here, okay? That's where that cabinet is going. And he's fitted a new Myra shower there, okay? So we've got to, up in there, that's where the control box is, okay? What I'd ideally like to do would be to change this fuse board, okay? It's an old square D, you can't get these anymore, and there's no RCD protection or anything. So what it is at the minute, that switch there, someone put a fan in, okay? So we're going to change that through for a RCD spur. That will then protect the work that we've done in the bathroom. And then this bathroom heater spur will get changed for an RCD spur, and that will wire for the shower pump up there, okay? We picked up a round Icon bathroom fan for there. I had an horrible big centrifugal thing, but we're just going to put a normal round one on there. We've also got to strip out some old data telecoms stuff here. Telephone stuff. His bedside cabinets go in here, so we're going to have to just put in a temporary socket. We're going to clip a flex around and up and over, and it's going to just literally plug into that socket there. And then we're going to do the same. We're going to put a one of these cables down below the carpet, pop it up here. The lady's happy with that, okay? It's a 95-year-old gentleman. We just got to make it as good as we can. And then any switches that are sort of, we don't know what they're doing, we've got to label them up. I think these are like, someone's added in some extra outside lights, because this is like an apartment, okay? So at the minute, there's no RC protection on the sockets, but I'm not really worried about that because it's a communal garden. No outside tools are going to be used, okay? And it's very minimal. stuff. So these are the Icon fans we got, round ones. Okay, they're nice. Bulkhead light, kinetic stuff, and we've also got some Eco stuff. Eco alarms, just to give this a bit of protection, because at the minute there's no fire alarm. What are they? Raisin bun thing. Right, James has done the lamps, a little bit of flicker, that's life, okay. He's done that light there, so as he's going round, he's going to like do things like disconnect that for me and stuff, and then that's got to come off, mate, look. He's actually got a lovely, what is that, look. Lovely heated Milwaukee hoodie, eh? Bloody nice to him, eh? To be fair, they sent me that one, and I give him that, and I've bought the jacket, so... Right, mate, we'll isolate this lighting for you. Go in there and have a look. And then we'll check some isolation at the light, yeah? We'll lock this off in a second. While James is doing that, I'm going to come in the bathroom, swap this light, and then get on with this kinetic stuff, and I will show you that process. Okay, first things first, I'm going to get this disconnected, and then hopefully find the cable coming from there. Should be wired at the light. Okay, so we should have 1 or 2 or 3 cables at that light. Pretty simple. Permanent feed in, switch line on the black here, no sleeving. We'll take that off. I'll try and find this cable and pull it out from that light. So because I've just got a flex at this light, that tells me behind here there's going to be a little treat waiting for me. James, have you got any socks on today? What are your socks like? You didn't know we was filming, nor did I. What are mine? I got some Homer Simpson donuts. What have you got on? Some what? Penguins. Little penguins. Oh, not too bad, mate. Nearly at Christmas, so it's a good effort. How are you getting on with that?
Use the old screen.
So what James has done, let me just show them. He's linked out the old dimmer switch, look, into a Wago. So we've done away with the dimmer, and now those lights will just be switching on that switch now. Yeah, very simple. So he's going to blank that off. And what we've got to do is anything that's not obvious, we've got to label it up as well. Obviously, the chap's 95, and ideally in an ideal world, I want to change that board, but we haven't got time to change that board because we're so busy at the minute. Hence why we're not actually filming any videos. But because this is empty, it's an ideal one to film. I'd like to get that changed, but we're going to make it as such safe as we can, okay? And you know, we'll put it down that it doesn't need changing. Just, you know, the lady wants it as safe as we can make it, really. But I haven't looked in this little fellow yet, okay? Because I wanted to keep the excitement for everyone, not just myself. And what do you think it's going to be above here then? An old pendant, yeah? Oh, look, there's an old pendant rammed in the ceiling. Okay, I'm going to get this out. James, you've been doing some Saturdays here. Little Saturday jobs. Just a pendant jabbed in the ceiling. A pendant, no. Did you run out of Wago boxes on this one? Don't be horrible to him! It's a freaking joke, yeah. It's banter. It's banter. Oh, Jesus. How did you get this in here, mate? Huh? You just forced it in? Yeah. Look.
Yeah, hammer.
Camera's on anyway. Don't know what angle it's getting, but no. It's getting covered in dust. Yeah. I want them to get the full effect of this one, yeah? Being on site, yeah, look at that. Stunning. Jesus. Falling there, because they wired the fan off of there, look. Okay, there we go. Give you a little clean. There it is. Saturday job For James that was, I expect. Was it, James?
Yes.
50 quid back of the back pocket, yeah?
Yeah.
Nice. Alright. Yeah, so it's all there, mate. So it's going to be fairly simple. I'll bring it into the light now. So what I've got in here is because they've wired the fan here, we've got 4 permanent feeds, okay? One would be in and out, and then one will go to that switch line over there. So that one will come out, and so will that black, okay? So that yellow will need to switch with our kinetic receiver, okay? And then those 3 are just neutrals, in and out neutral, and then obviously our CPCs. So what we'll have to do is disconnect this now, mark it up what I need to mark up, which you don't need to mark anything up actually, because that black will be going. And then we'll put this in the back of the light, and I'll show you it with Wagos and stuff. Right, there we go, so little LED bulkhead, okay. This one is good because you've got the 3, 4 and 5.7K on the output. Remember that lighting circuit's off, James? A lot of these lights, this is mounted in the back of here, which would be no good for us, okay? But because these ones have got the little driver next to it, what I can do is mount the wireless receiver in there, hopefully. Nope, I can't. It's too fat. It's too fat, James. We might have to do it slightly off centre. Mount this receiver in there. Might have to do a bit of modification with this, but anyway, that will mount in the back there, okay. The light will be fed off of here, straight out of there. Our live and neutral will go into here, and then we'll have to do something with the fan and stuff. I will show you that. And then we've got these sticky pads that we can stick the receiver in the back of that light there, and that's just going to give us the function of putting this switch here, like that, okay, for the light on and off. We couldn't figure out where this light was fed from. It's not on any of the lighting circuits, okay. So we just come in here, back entry as you do, James, and the only appliance is the fridge. So we just pulled that out. We're going to have to get that out in a minute anyway. But we just turned that little spur off there, look, which has got a 13 amp fuse in it. And lo and behold, they've wired the light off of the circuit for the fridge. So we're going to have to do something with that. We can't leave that on a 13 amp spur backed up with the thingy-ma-doo-bra, I don't know what we're going to do there, mate. I think we disconnect it.
Yeah.
So we have to get that out now. Let's leave it on. It might be quite funny watching us try and struggle with this big fridge, yeah?
Yes. Just like a little bit. So.
Right, you ready? I'll get the bottom out.
Yeah.
And we'll tip that front down. Look at this. Yeah?
Can you do that?
Yes, well done. Well done, James.
Good job.
You are here, mate. Right, don't put your foot under it. We both got our toe detectors on, haven't we?
Yeah. Got all that into that.
Might find some money behind it, haven't we? Right. Unplug the. Has it got a lead on it or a socket? Unplug that socket, mate. Yeah, go on, look at it. Unplug the lead. How many's behind there? It's another spur?
Yeah.
Ah, that might be that then. That might be alright then, mate. But, I'll see what they've done. Let's have a look then. Right. Friggin' hell, there we go. Jesus. Cool. We need to get the old cleaners in here. Look, what they've done is put another spur here. Look, so if I go next door, James, that light should be on, mate. Yeah? Is it on? Right, okay, they've put another spur here. But what have they put in here? Here's a 13 amps, there's a 13 amp fuse in it. So we'll have to take that out of there. But so what they've done is that spur controls the fridge, and then another spur, and then controls the light. Yeah. So we can put a 3 amp fuse in it, and we'll just have to mark. What we'll do, we'll mark up this spur as fridge plus corridor light. Yeah? Yeah. It's a bit crap, but that's life, yeah? And what we'll do, we'll also hoover this out, James. It's disgusting, isn't it? Yeah, it's a nice little job for you, that, mate. Another thing to note in here, when we came straight in here, we noticed this. Look, how the hell are we ever going to check the connections or maintain the light? Look, somebody's stuck them stupid cornice things on. They're meant to put the... So as I was saying, my SD card just ran out. I was waffling on. Someone's put these cornice, stick-on cornice. There's one there, look. We're never going to get to the check the connections. And I think there's one in here. Yeah, one there, look. So we can never check those connections on that one either. Apart from that, this is a silo vent. We meant to get some sort of filter paper for that, but look, silo vent. I'm not sure what they're referring to when they call it that, but yeah, horrible thing. But yeah, it works. It works, but yeah, it's horrible. So it turns out there was loads of slacks on this light. Loads of slack on this light. I can't remember which is the switch line from over there. So what I'm going to do is get my tester, okay, continuity. I'm going to link out the CPC and the feed over there, and I'll just have to cut it out. I can't physically pull the cable out because I think it runs along these joists and then it's clipped along. So I just have to cut it out. Identified it here and just cut it out. And then we can mount the new light up and it will look a lot better. Okay. So not that one. Could be that one. Could be that one. So I'm picking up something downstream, okay? That's a fan. It's definitely not this one. Definitely not that one. It's going to be one of these two, but I'm picking up something downstream off another light. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll check the black now. So you've got no continuity on the black to earth. But I have on that one. So that's going to be more likely not the one. This is going to be more likely the one, okay? So what I'll do now is I'll connect the black on it as well, okay? I'll put the black on it as well because it was all clear. So just twist that black onto there. And if we've now got a short between all three cables, we know we've got the right cable, yeah? So black to there, and then those two, and then red, and so that's it. That's our old switch wires. That will get cut out from there to there. We've got feed in, feed out, and a fan feed, and then we'll put a little bit of flex in to feed the light off the kinetic switch and receiver. Okay, so what I've done is cut the cable and put old switch line. Just leave it in the back of the ceiling there, and I'll do the same there, old switch line, and we'll just forget about it. How's it going, mate? How's your lampshade? Good?
Beautiful.
Beautiful. I like it. I'll come and have a look at that in a minute. So James has put the long flex up, he's just putting the lampshade up. I'll put the light up, okay, so you see what I've done. Got my permanent feeds and neutrals, go straight into the kinetic. Don't need to run the double insulation inside because this is behind a light fitting, okay? And then he comes out in live and neutral. We'll switch out, so look, live and neutral out. He'll switch the light on. I've also put the switch line of the fan in yellow there. I'll put a bit of brown sleeving on him. So that will sit nicely behind the light, and then we can bring on the light with the new switch. I'll show you that.